Let's take a look at some of the most famous unsolved mysteries in America today. Have you ever driven down a road so scenic it took your breath away? It happened to me just last week. I was driving through West Virginia on the way to a family reunion, and there was this one road that wound through these mountains. And I just remember thinking, wow, this is beautiful. If I lived around here, I would love to go for drives on this road just for the scenery. But then I thought to myself, I bet people get murdered on this road all the time. You know, when you're alone in a car with the windows down, you got the radio playing and you're just cruising. You let your guard down. And if someone wants to attack you, they could easily get away with it because you're alone. No one can hear you screaming and the police are not gone. Nah, be there in time to save you. This is why I always keep my doors locked and my windows up, even if I'm just driving around the block. But for some reason, back in the 1980s and 90s, people didn't think like me. And this is the strange tale of the Colonial Parkway murders. Between 1986 and 1990, 5 couples met their demise along a scenic road in Virginia. And to this day, nobody knows why or how. It all began in March of 1986 when a couple from nearby Williamsburg, Virginia, Danny and Kathy Overcash, decided to go for a romantic stroll along the Colonial Parkway after dinner. They were young and in love and often walked along the parkway after eating at one of their favorite restaurants. But this night would prove to be their last. As they were walking along the road, a motorist passed by and called out to them, asking if they wanted a ride. Being naive, the couple accepted, and the driver, an unknown man, proceeded to drive them down a secluded part of the parkway where he stopped and shot them both in the back of the head. Their bodies were found the next morning lying side by side on the ground. An investigation revealed that the murder weapon was a .22 caliber pistol and that the couple had been robbed. For the next 4 years, similar crimes would take place along the same stretch of road. In August of 1989, a young couple, Mark and Patricia Grab, were found shot to death inside their car, also in a secluded area of the parkway. A month later, another couple, Derek and Teresa Harvey, met the same fate. And then in April of 1990, a Virginia Beach couple, David and Kathleen Silvanos, turned up dead on the parkway as well. All 4 victims had been shot in the head with a .22 caliber pistol, and all 4 cases were linked together. Authorities began to suspect that they were dealing with a serial killer, but nobody could have predicted what came next. In November of 1990, a 6th victim was found along the parkway, a man named Keith Cole. He was visiting Virginia from New York City to look for property. He was found shot in the back of the head, but his hands were also bound behind his back with duct tape. Was this person still alive when they were shot? The answer to that question would come in 1991 when a woman named Cassandra Morton admitted to being the accomplice in all 6 murders. She told authorities that she was with a man named Samuel Little, who she claimed was responsible for the killings. Morton and Little were charged with the murders, and a judge ordered that they be held without bail. But Little died of a heart attack a year later. Morton served 22 years in prison before being released in 2013. She was required to wear a GPS ankle monitor and was only allowed to leave her home for medical appointments and to visit her dying mother. She was never charged with the Overcash murder, though, because the statute of limitations had expired. To this day, nobody really knows why Morton and Little committed these crimes. And if you ask me, it doesn't really matter. 6 people lost their lives during this crime spree, and those families deserve answers. What do you think happened here? Let me know your thoughts. And as always, thanks for watching.